about a winning week last week, week 5 in the National Football League? I told you that the Bengals were hashtag back, that Joe Burrow was hashtag back. We don't have to talk about the New England Patriots and that terrible performance against the New Orleans Saints because the Bengals got it done and we had a winning week in week number 5 and we're looking to keep it rolling here. Week number 6 in the National Football League with the Board of Spreads presented by BetMGM. The king of sportsbooks, Nick Kostos here with you. And over the course of this video, dear viewer, I'm going to bring you a badass promo code from the king of sportsbooks. Some would call it royal, some would call it regal, and they would be right. A great promo code is on the way for new customers to use at the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM. But it is time for the Board of Spreads, and it's going to be the 5 games that we like the most coming up in week number 6 in the National Football League. But before we get to the games I like and before we get to the games I love, it's the games that I have no interest in betting, and we will start in London. I got to tell you, man, I love these London games. You wake up, have some coffee, Sunday morning, and you watch some NFL football. It's the absolute best. The problem, though, is that I don't see a betting opportunity in this game with the Ravens and the Titans. Baltimore, a 4-point favorite, total of 41. Again, game going to be played in London. Now, Baltimore last week against Pittsburgh. I had the Steelers. It was absolutely awesome. But the Ravens wide receivers, you would have thought after the game they were going to take their jerseys off and be wearing NWO shirts in Pittsburgh colors. My God, dropping all those passes. Rashad Bateman thought he was playing volleyball, spiking the ball into the end zone. What the hell is he doing? I think, though, this a great bounce back spot for Bateman, for Beckham, for Flowers, for Andrews, for Lamar, and the Ravens offense against a terrible Titans secondary. But the numbers already 4. It was 3 earlier in the week. Lean towards Baltimore, but no bet for me on the Ravens and the Titans coming up in London. The next game that I have no interest in betting. Oh, man, how much does this one suck? You play fantasy football, you bet props. How about this? You like sports. Do you like sports? I fucking love them. And if you like sports and you love sports, then Justin Jefferson getting injured absolutely sucks. Jefferson's going to be out at least the next 4 games. Minnesota was going to be a bigger favorite here. Now they're only a 2.5-point road favorite at the Bears. Give Bears credit off their first win of the season. I was wrong on that game last week against Washington, total 44.5. Problem with this game, I have no idea what Minnesota's offense is going to look like. Will they lean more on the run game with Alexander Mattison and Cam Akers? I don't know. Will they throw the ball to the Purple Goblin, KJ Osborne and Jordan Addison and Brandon Powell? I have no idea. Maybe Hawkinson has a big game. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Fields looks like a competent NFL quarterback. Lean towards Minnesota because really, the spread's only 2.5, but no bet for me. The Vikings might be tanking for Caleb Williams. Who knows if Kirk Cousins is their quarterback this time next week? In all seriousness, no bet on Minnesota and Chicago. The next game that I have no interest in betting. This is a weird one, right? Because not only are we not sure about Deshaun Watson's status at the time we're taping this right now, but the weather in Cleveland. We talk about this multiple times every year. In Lake Erie, the wind rolling off. This is going to be like a fake football game potentially. Winds maybe about 20 miles per hour here. We've seen this total drop big time. Should San Francisco be a 6-point favorite against Cleveland if Watson plays? Probably not. But is Watson fully healthy? Is the wind going to be absolutely insane? Are the Niners just going to run the ball down Cleveland's throat? I have no idea. So we can't bet this game right now, but I will say this point spread's nuts if Watson is going to play and be 100% with the juggernaut 49ers against the Cleveland Browns. The next game that I have no interest in betting, we'll go to Thursday Night Football with the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. How bad is Denver? Not only do you lose on Sunday to Zach Wilson, Breece Hall, and the Jets, but you get absolutely flamed by the Jets social media team afterwards with the picture of Kevin James as Sean Payton. You think Sean Payton wishes he was back on set right now with Terry Bradshaw? I bet he'd rather sit next to Carrie Bradshaw or Ahmad Bradshaw than have to sit next to Russell Wilson and this terrible Broncos offense and terrible Broncos defense. Chiefs offense doesn't look right, though. They did win last week against Minnesota. Also, Travis Kelce looks every bit of 34 years old. Maybe his mind's elsewhere than playing football. He doesn't look great, and he's not 100%. Kansas City should roll in this game. It's a huge number, though. No bet on Thursday night with the Chiefs and the Broncos. The next game that I have no interest in betting. Oh, baby. Let's go here to the Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. This one is like, oh, my God. I bet the Patriots the last 2 games against Dallas, New Orleans. Combined final score off the top of my head was what? It was 40-3 and then 34-0, something like that. Yeah, it's like 70-something to 3. Brutal for the New England Patriots. It brings me no pleasure to say that the Patriots are actually probably the right side in this game against Vegas. I feel like the guys, You need to get like electrodes and like zap me if I ever say this again. Not Zappy like Bailey, who the Patriots think sucked, by the way. Like they cut him, remember, at the end of training camp. Mac Jones ain't getting benched for a guy that they cut. So they're in it with gangly Mac Jones until the ship really goes under here. It brings me no pleasure to say that the Patriots are probably the right side here. Maybe this actually goes to 3.5. I'd only bet New England, but you know what? I got too much self-respect. I like me. I look in the mirror and I say, Nick, you should be a winner today. And that makes me not want to bet the Patriots. I also can't lay points with Josh McDaniels. Looks like he's storing nuts in his mouth for the winter like a squirrel. No bet for me on the Patriots and the Raiders. Oh wow, what's this? It looks like a badass promo code from the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM. For new customers, use the promo code BOS, not like Boston, because I'm from New York. BOS for Board of Spreads. Bet $10, get $200 back for new customers. Again, at BetMGM, promo code BOS when you sign up. Bet $10, get $200 back. You know what that is? Awesome. Can you argue it's awesome? No. Should you sign up? Hell yeah. BOS. Bet 10, get $200 back. Courtesy of the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM. All right, now to the games that I like but don't love. Oh, man. Panthers and the Dolphins coming up this week in Miami. I can't believe I'm saying this. I thought that Bryce Young actually played well in the second half of the blowout loss for Carolina against Detroit. I think that offense showed you something. Thielen looks decent. Mingo. Mingo was his name. Jonathan Mingo looks okay also. And Miami going to be without star rookie running back Devon Achane for multiple weeks now. Oh, my God. God have mercy on my soul. I like the Carolina Panthers to cover. I don't love Carolina, but I like Carolina a little bit here. I like the over in the game as well. Panthers and the Dolphins from South Beach. Let's combine these two games together because I think we got a valuable bet to be made here. Let's see if I can do the, the same colors too. Black and red, like the NWO Wolfpack. Oh! Whatever. Saints a 1.5-point road favorite at the Texans. Falcons a 2.5-point home favorite against the Commanders. Here's what we want to do here. We want to tease both underdogs, Washington and Houston. Washington plus 8.5. Is Atlanta really going to blow them out? Probably not. Is New Orleans capable of blowing a team out not named the New England Patriots? Probably not. Houston plus 7.5. Washington plus 8.5. Your two-team teaser for week number 6 in the National Football League. All right, the next game that I like but don't love. Let's go to the Rams and the Cardinals. Man, I love me some Rams. I love me some Cooper Kupp, some Puka Nacua. I love me some Tutu Atwell. We have not seen the Rams, though, favored by this much all season. They've been underdogs or small favorites, right? So we haven't seen this be the case with the Los Angeles Rams. Now they're favored by 7 against the Arizona Cardinals. I kind of like Arizona a little bit to cover the spread. Maybe a big game for Amari DiMercado. Hot ad off the waiver wire this week in fantasy football, but the bet we love in this game, over the total, maybe Arizona, but this should be, the first number should be a 5, not a 4. So over with the Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Is that? Oh, wait, we got one more here. That's, oh man, Super Bowl 25 rematch. Giants and the Bills in Buffalo. Here's how you should bet this game. At some point this week, maybe Daniel Jones is out, but at some point this week, the Giants are likely to get back at least one member of their offensive line. Thomas, Schmitz, Lemieux have all been out. Maybe Saquon comes back also. It's likely, not definite, likely that this point spread will go down. Maybe it goes down to 12.5. Maybe it's 13. And you know what you do? Then you bet Buffalo. Lead the league in sacks. Can the Giants block anyone? No. Can they block anyone with backups? No. Can they block anyone with starters? No. Buffalo minus 12.5 or minus 13, a definite bet. We've got to get there first. We'll see what the injury report looks like this week. And that brings me to the 5 games that I absolutely love for week number 6 in the National Football League. Let's start off in Jacksonville. Man, everyone loves Gardner Minshew. Anthony Richardson sucks. He's going to be out for some time with that shoulder injury. So now here comes Gardner Minshew. He's got the mullet. He's got the jorts and the stupid mustache. And everyone loves Gardner Minshew. Oh, my God. How cool. Look at how cool. Oh, wow. A quarter. Oh, look at this quarterback. He's wearing jorts. Jorts aren't cool. This guy's not cool. I don't get it. But he is a really good backup quarterback in the NFL, but not good enough to take down the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is a revenge game for Minshew against his former team. It doesn't matter, though. Trevor Lawrence looked awesome in London going toe-to-toe with Josh Allen, outplaying Josh Allen in that game. Jaguars defense has been sneaky good. Best bet number 1, Jaguars laying the 4 at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Best bet number 2. How about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off their bye? They're feeling good. They're riding high. They're 3-1. Baker Mayfield, fire the cannons, looking good. And now they get the Detroit Lions, and Jared Goff's home road splits are pretty stark. Also, I don't care. We'll see later in the week. Will Amon-Ra St. Brown play? Will Jahmyr Gibbs play? I think probably based on the injury report last week, if and when that happens, this point spread's going up. I like the Lions, want to lock it in now. Lions -3. This point spread should be like 4.5. It doesn't sound like a big difference, but it is. Lions are better than the Buccaneers. Tampa overvalued in the market. Restore the roar, baby. Give me the Lions laying 3 on the road in Tampa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Best bet number 3. Last week, the Bengals, #back. Joe Burrow, #back. You think we're going elsewhere coming up this week? Now, bettors are interested in Seattle with the Seahawks coming off their bye. This number actually might go down to 2.5. So if you like Cincinnati like I do, don't make that bet now. We might get 2.5 with Cincinnati, and then we will lay it with Burrow and Jamar Chase and Trenton Irwin, crikey, for the Cincinnati Bengals receiving core. The Bengals, best bet, number 3. But wait for the 2.5 in week number 6. Ah, baby, the Eagles and the Jets. Philly was a 6-point favorite a couple days ago. Now we're seeing 7 here. Don't like the bet as much, but it's still Philadelphia or nothing. It is Eagles or nothing. Like, what is the Jets' path to keeping this game close or winning? Like, Zach Wilson plays well with that offensive line with AVT out for the season against the Eagles front? Absolutely not. And the Jets' defense, like, Denver marched up and down the field on them. What's Philly going to do? Let's lay the 7. Fly, Eagles, fly with the Eagles against Zach Wilson, Breece Hall, the social media team, and the New York Jets. And final best bet for week number 6 in the NFL. Oh, it gives me so much pleasure to say this. My Chargers are back off the bye. Eckler's going to be healthy and going to play. Probably Bosa, probably Derwin James. And the Cowboys, we've seen it. Dak Prescott in the biggest moments. He shrinks. He shrivels up. He folds like a cheap suit. Big spot coming up. Dallas is going to have the home field advantage. Don't get me wrong. More Cowboys fans than Chargers fans for sure. There are no Chargers fans. In Los Angeles, it's not going to make a difference. Justin Herbert going to wing it all over this defense, and the Chargers beat the Dallas Cowboys and send Dallas to a 2nd consecutive primetime defeat. And those are the best bets for week number 6 in the National Football League. The board is spread presented by our friends at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks.